So Mr. Rajiv is a development professional and strategist with over 19 years of experience in grant and partner management, conceptualization, designing, implementation, monitoring and evaluation of large-scale development programs encompassing livelihood, sustainable agriculture, women empowerment, natural resource management, climate change, small-scale enterprise development and producer organization, etc. Presently working with Ajim Premji Philanthropic Initiatives as Senior Program Manager and anchoring the Dietary Diversity Program with Government of Odisha with a goal to reduce the malnutrition of the state in coming 8 to 10. Previously, he has been associated with organizations like Bharat Rural Livelihood Foundation, an autonomous body under the Ministry of Rural Development, Reliance Foundation, AFPRO and Pradhan. Mr. Rajiv Roy, please present your session.
I think before Rajiv's presentation is uploaded, let me acknowledge personally the initiative taken by Rajiv. I think this was, Rajiv, correct me if I am wrong, this was October 2019 in Bhubaneswar, and it was during the program that Rajiv had organized. The WCD, Panchayati Raj and the Agriculture Secretaries came together, and that was the day when this whole idea of giving a big push to Nutri-Garden through NREGA, I think that started taking shape. So if you want to know where was the seed sown, I think the credit will go to Rajiv. Thank you very much.
Thanks for sharing this, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Dr. Sujit, and good morning, Professor Satish Agnihotri, for providing me this opportunity to share about this thing. And I would like to thank Dr. Agnihotri because he is there with us. He is like one of our advisor in our Odisha program. So from this first slide, you can see how Nutri-Garden is helping the rural people in this COVID situation also. So we all know what is food and what is nutrition and what is malnutrition. So I am not going details on that. Next, please. So this is the situation. Next slide, please. So this is the situation of the children, and about 1/3 of the children in Odisha is like this. So this is as per the NFHS 4 data. So we can see the severity of the malnutrition. Next slide, please. And this is an intergenerational problem. If we want to really tackle this thing, we need to focus all these intergenerational cycle, be it children, be it adolescent girl, be it pregnant women and the lactating mothers. So all together we need to have this focus. So based on this, we have signed an MOU with the government of Odisha. So the objective is to reduce the malnutrition in coming 8 to 10 years. So this is the common result framework which we have prepared, and we have taken 10 different government departments into consideration, and Odisha Nutrition Action Plan was developed and it was launched by the Honorable Chief Minister of Odisha. So we have divided various, so 65 different state and central government schemes are identified. So out of that, few are nutrition specific, few are nutrition sensitive, and few are related to the governance related issues. So the topic which we are discussing right now is coming under nutrition sensitive related issues. Next slide, please. So these are the different departments, and Women and Child Welfare Department is the nodal department for this women and for this nutrition related initiative in the state. Next slide, please. Next slide, please. So if you see the state, so this is the situation in terms of different levels of malnutrition, underweight, stunted, wasted, anemia. So this is the situation. So red districts denotes the severity of the malnutrition in these particular pockets. Next slide, please. First, we have started the initiative in 2 districts, that is Rayagada and Kalahandi. So at that time, Living Farms, one of the NGOs, they are our partner. So they demonstrated the Nutri-Garden and PLLN in those 2 districts in 8 blocks. So basically they have demonstrated this PLLN and the Nutri-Garden with around 74,000 households in those 2 districts. And Valid International was the agency who has done this baseline and also the end line. So from the baseline, these are the things which we found. There are significant differences between the knowledge and the practice level. So based on this, we have started the initiative there in those two districts. And in the next slide, we found the result out of that particular thing. Next slide, please. So this is the concept of NutriGarden. We have targeted these 4 targeted mass: pregnant women, lactating mothers, child up to the age of 5 years, and adolescents girls. So based on these targeted mass, we have designed our model, and we have implemented it in those 2 districts initially. Next slide, please. So there are few non-negotiables. One is we will not use any chemical in the NutriGarden. We will use only locally available input like seed or seedlings, not to use any high yielding or hybrid seeds, and the focus will be for the consumption purpose, and consumption is for those 4 targeted mass. So what we found during our baseline, what we found, because vegetables are not available and those poor households, they cannot afford to buy the vegetables. That was the reason they were not able to consume the vegetables, and women are the most sufferers, because we know whatever we are having in our own house, so women are the last to consume those foods. So we have identified different types of models. So based on the 3 adults and 2 children household, we have finalized the 2 cent model, which can be replicated throughout the state. So next slide, please. So in our qualitative study, we found there is significant impact with the community in those 2 districts. So this particular partnership with Living Farms helped us to identify, so can we have this particular model scale up by any department throughout the state. So with this confidence, we started discussing with various departments, and also analyze the data from other countries or the experiences from other countries, how other countries they have implemented this type of program. If you go to the next slide, we have analyzed program from 3 different countries, one from Nepal, one from Bangladesh, and another was from Peru. So in this particular slide, you can see what are the different interventions under those programs, and how it has impacted to the reduction of stunting in those countries. So we have also taken input from these experiences. Next slide, please. So based on this is the state level partnership came, and it is the partnership with the Odisha Livelihood Mission, which is under Panchayati Raj Department. And along with Living Farms, we have added 2 more NGOs called Harsa Trust and Pradhan. And if you see the logo just before Azim Premji Philanthropic Initiatives logo, that is the logo of the program, which Professor Agnihotri was mentioning. So on that day, our minister has launched this particular program as Mo Upakari Bagicha program for the whole state. So this is how the journey of these 2 districts to all 30 districts started. Next slide, please. So our Living Farms experience, we have identified 3 things which gave us good result. One is community should be properly participated, or we should ensure how community should participate. They should understand the importance of various themes, and they should plan for themselves so that it will sustain. So these are the 3 learnings came from our Living Farms experience. We have included this particular learning in our Odisha Livelihood Mission module, or in that plan. Next slide, please. So these are the 3 districts, these are the areas where we are planning to implement this program, or this program is being implemented right now. So we have targeted to reach 7.5 lakh household, and to the approach would be to build people in that approach. So in OLM, there are district level TOTs, there are block level TOTs, and there are cadres like Krishi Mitras, Prani Mitras, and CRPCM in the village level. So how to build these cadres so that OLM as a whole can learn about this NutriGarden components, and they can implement, demonstrate, and they can sustain those initiatives after the withdrawal of the philanthropy. Next slide, please. So these are the four things which we have planned. So to do this thing, it was discussed with the director OLM at that time that we should be having a dedicated vertical within the OLM so that they can continue this initiative in a long run. So unless there is a dedicated vertical, we cannot sustain this thing. So the plan was to recruit 97 staffs for this nutrition vertical from state to district and till block level. Then we need to build the capacity of the various levels of cadres, district level cadres, block level cadres, and the field functionaries. The next thing is how to transfer this knowledge to those SHGs. So in that context, Dr. Nirmala has already said about the PLA. So taking into experience from the living farms and from the Bihar Jivika, we have developed 14 different weekly modules which will be delivered in the weekly SHG meetings, so that those SHG members will learn about different aspects of the PLLN, and they will be motivated to go for activities like NutriGarden or the backyard poultry or the goat rearing. So out of that 7.5 lakh household, the target is at least 2.5 lakh household will really demonstrate the NutriGarden in their own backyard. Next slide, please. So this is the structure. The first one is the existing structure within the OLM, and the blue colored one is the added structure, the new structure which is added for the nutrition component. So there will be 7 state level staffs in the state offices within OLM, and there will be 3 staffs in each districts, altogether 90 staff, because Odisha is having 30 districts. So altogether 97 staff. And the right column is the support from the resource NGOs. So there are 3 resource NGOs. They will support this OLM to learn, to demonstrate, and to sustain the initiative which is started in the within this plan. Next slide, please. So this is the photographs of one of the NutriGarden model. So this is the circular model. So there this TOT training was going on. So all these people who were there, they themselves prepared that particular NutriGarden which you are seeing in this photographs. And this is during this COVID situation. There are so many restrictions, and these are the Krishi Mitras. They are learning this, how to do this organic formulations, so that they can teach to the SHG members for the NutriGarden. So this is the photographs which is taken during these COVID situations, and this process is going on. Next, please. So there are 3 components. One is NutriGarden, second one is backyard poultry, third one is goat rearing. So we have basically taken food groups into consideration. Because of that, we have identified these are the 3 activities we should promote together, and there should be PLLN, and all other points I have already shared. Next slide, please. So this is the component 1, which is 14 weekly modules. So there are different themes which we have identified. So this is the training going on for the TOTs. So they learn. So this resource NGO, they are providing training to these block and district level TOTs to learn about different modules of PLLN. PLLN stands for Participatory Learning Action, linking agriculture to natural resources and nutrition. So I am not going to PLLN because my previous speaker, Dr. Nirmala, she has already said about the PLLN. I am not going details. So next slide, please. So there are 4 different phases of PLA which we are implementing here. So first phase is to identify their own problem. The facilitator will facilitate so that this community will identify their own problem. They will plan for the solution themselves, and they will implement the solution. Again, they will evaluate the whatever they have implemented, and this cycles continue. So this is the 4 different phases of PLA LAN. Next slide, please. So based on this, our learning from our living farms experience and from the input from the Jivika Bihar Jivika program. So these are the 14 different modules which we have identified. So this will be delivered in the SHG meeting which I have mentioned. So there are various themes related to nutrition, and these themes are related to nutrition sensitive issues and also nutrition specific issues. Like you can see newborn care and exclusive breastfeeding, early initiation of breastfeeding, understanding the fecal oral transmission, then unsafe food, like the what is the impact of pesticides, so that people should understand they should not use any pesticides when they are growing anything. So these are the 14 different modules which we have identified, and the PLA modules are going on in the SSG level. Next slide, please. So this is the NutriGuardian. There are 3 different modules of NutriGuardian. So first one is circular model. The below is the rectangular model, and the top right hand corner is the landless model. So those households who are not having even the land to grow this 1 cent or 2 cent NutriGuardian model, they can have these gunny bags and they can grow NutriGuardian in the little space available. Next slide, please. So,
Mr.
this is the
Rajiv,
yeah.
just a request, can we look for wrap up?
Yes.
Yes.
So next slide is just go fast. So this is the NutriGuardian photographs. Next slide, please. So these are the 10 food groups which we have taken into consideration while designing the different fruit and vegetables. Next slide, please. So community nursery we have started. So SSGs they have, because initially we have procured the seed and seedlings from outside. So now we are trying to develop these things locally. Next slide, please. So this is the livestock component where we are providing training to the Prani Mitras to ensure feed and vaccinations. Next slide, please. So this journey we can, so one thing I would like to add here. So Odisha government has added 500 crores additional funds from NGNREGS during this COVID period to promote 5 lakh additional NutriGuardian. So 2.5 lakh was the target initially, and 5 lakh is the new target added for this Kharif season. So altogether, this is the target for NutriGuardian in government of Odisha, and already they have demonstrated more than 2 lakh in this particular Kharif season. Next slide, please. So these are the learnings. More or less, I have covered all the learning things, and these are few challenges, like to get good quality seeds in the district or the block level is really difficult, and to maintain the MIS is also a tedious things because OLM is working in a huge scale. So how to maintain this MIS, that part we are struggling. And during this COVID situation, there are so many restrictions. So how to implement this particular thing with huge number of household is really a challenging for us during this situation. Next slide, please. So these are the few photographs. We have already started NutriGuardian in the Anganwadi centers. You can see one of the photographs there. And all these photographs we have captured during this COVID period, how we are struggling to get vegetables in the cities, but people who has grown this NutriGuardian in those remote part of the Odisha, they are getting multiple vegetables. So thank you very much.